Oh, good golly gosh, guys. We're gonna have to, don't know what to do here. We're gonna get a fan up in here. Let me get a fan. You know, I said we can't complain about this weather. I'm already complaining, aren't I? Now, I've just washed my hair and put it down because I'm going out after this, so I've only got a limited amount of time. Normally, I have my hair up recently because of the heat. It's another 30 degrees today, guys, so I'm melting. But Sunday upload awaits, and I was like, what can I do this week for the video? I'm so busy, so I thought, you know what, we're just gonna do a quick fire personal Q&A, and I think this is long overdue because a lot has changed, obviously. And like I said in my Instagram post when I asked for these questions, a lot has changed, but also like my whole life just doesn't revolve around fitness. There's so many different parts of my life now that are very much like non-fitness related, and also I love a bit of a juicy gossip as well about other people, so I thought I would answer some of the real honest questions you asked. And actually, I didn't really get too many questions on my Instagram post. I think it's because I didn't really cut straight to the point in my caption. I tend to like go off on one at the moment, which I know that you guys quite enjoy, but at the end I was like, can you put some questions for the personal Q&A? And I don't think people maybe read to the bottom. So I've just done, like literally half an hour ago, I think I'm gonna read out or put on the screen who asked them, because I always think DMs are quite private, and I do get really private DMs off people who I know that wouldn't want to be like shouted out. So I'm just gonna ask the questions and answer them as much as possible. So you know I like to ramble, but I'm gonna try and keep it short and sweet. Okay, so the first one. What is your skincare routine as your skin always looks flawless? Right, okay. Let's be honest now, guys. Me and Hannah, actually, my housemate, were talking about this because ever since I've moved to London, my skin has been a lot better. Now, I want to contribute that the fact that I've been drinking more water, then I've been eating better, like cleaner foods, but all of that is untrue. Actually, it is literally when I go back up north and in the countryside, because the air is so moist a lot of the time, and this is what my mum said too, as soon as I get there my skin goes pff. And also it does have to do with times where you're like more hormonal, but also that isn't a factor for me because I've just had my period. We've talked about that in the previous video. My skin has just broken out at the moment because I'm permanently, as you can see, I've just got a layer of clam on me all the time because of the humidity. I really love this Huda Beauty foundation for like going out or if I need extra coverage, but it is quite thick. So what I tend to use is Bare Minerals foundation. I really like to use that because it's a mineralizing foundation and it's a little bit lighter, but I'm just a permanent sweat ball at the moment. Like the back of my neck is like, I'm so dying of sweat. My skin isn't perfect at the moment. Definitely not. Okay, so would you recommend living in London, and how did you find a place in London? So 100%, oh my gosh, I am so happy at the moment, guys. Like, it's this weather as well. I know that I'm just keep on talking about the weather, and it is like a little bit duller today, but we haven't had rain for like 8 weeks, and honestly that contributes so much sunshine to our just happiness levels. But if we're talking about London, the weather is better in London 100% than up north, but just my overall enjoyment of life is better. Like, I know that you can tell that I'm so much happier. And yesterday, for example, I went with my housemates and we walked over the O2 and we had all like harnesses on, and the sun was setting, and I was just like, London has just opened me up to a brand new world of new experiences. Like today, I've got a really exciting phone call with a new brand. I'm going to go edit this video really quickly. I'm working with a collaboration at the moment, so I have to edit their video really quickly because it needs to go up tomorrow. Then I'm going to Carnaby Street to the Pretty Little Thing showroom, and it's like, it's all mad. It's all it's all crazy. So it's just busy at the moment, but amazing as well, and I'm just so happy here. So yes, I would 100% recommend living in London. So how I found a place, actually, I put a DM out when I was kind of thinking about moving to London, and actually I got a DM back and said, have you tried Capital Living? So that's who I am renting off at the moment. So the thing that people struggle with in London really is spareroom.com, and I looked on there as well, and to be honest, it scared me a little bit because the rooms and houses go so quickly, and if you're moving from another area and you're like, I'm not sure where I'm gonna live, you literally have to be like, go around, and often in groups, and it's quite dog eat dog, because at the end of the day they're going to be choosing their housemate who kind of makes a best impression, who they think has a really good fit. And so with Capital Living, I was like driven around, I had a mini interview just to check I was like, I don't know, not a mass murderer. I went to look around the houses. There was like 5 different houses. I got to meet some of the people. I got to think about what exact area. I knew it was like Clapham Balham area, but I got to look at that a lot more. So yeah, Capital Living, I would highly recommend them. I probably pay a little bit more than I maybe would on spareroom.com, but I think what I kind of get included in my room, and I have an ensuite and like my housemates, and I feel like it's all good. I feel happy, very happy. What are your travel plans for this year? Okay, so I am going to Cornwall with my family for 4 days, going to a place called Mousehole. And that's like a little fishing village in Cornwall. Now I was going to go to Ibiza 2 days after that, but I'm not going anymore because so much is going on with work at the moment. I've got so much going on, and I've also got a routine, and I talked about this on my Instagram as well, that I really like getting up in the morning, and I have a few days a week which I schedule in to go to F45 and come back, and then often I get up in the morning, either record a video, make some content for Instagram, and then I literally go and sit in Starbucks or Brickwood in Clapham and edit. And sit there and answer emails and do all the things that I've got to do, and I have my schedule and routine, and I'm loving that at the moment because I'm such a routine kind of person. So even though I do get asked to go on retreats and have been asked to go on travel kind of things, I have resisted up until now. But I am going to see Lauren. I think I mentioned it in my vlog video at the start of September for 10 days, so that should be really nice in Dubai. And I don't know, never say never. At the end of the year when the weather starts going a bit grimmer, I may think, oh, I just want to book a holiday, but at the moment this is kind of a holiday, and I love what I do, so I don't want a holiday from this. So no, I haven't really got that many travel plans at the moment to answer your question. I don't know whether to answer this question. Yeah, okay, let's do it. Would you have any cosmetic procedures done? So the answer is yes, I totally would. And I think there's a bit of a stigma, and I wanted to go into it a little bit about people who have cosmetic procedures done, and oh gosh, they must be a bad person, like why would they want to change themselves? But at the end of the day, I see so much bullying, including me as well. I've been open and honest in my Q&A. It was probably like a year ago now that I have had a breast enlargement, and that was like 4 years ago now, guys, 4 years ago. And I did that at the time totally for me because I was out of proportion, and I actually had one breast slightly bigger than the other as well. So for me it was like a confidence thing. I don't think I've ever talked about that before, but regardless of that, it's very interesting the kind of people who comment. And for example, my transformation photo that I posted the other day, there was obviously like a wide difference with my weight and actually body composition, but it's very interesting that people will be like, oh, but you've had your boobs done, haven't you? oh, different boobs, how have your boobs got bigger? And it's like, really? Are you actually that kind of person that will just jump on that? And the whole thing is very, very negative. So I would never judge anyone for having any cosmetic procedures done if it makes themselves feel better. I would always say do it for yourself, not for anyone else. People keep on saying to me, have I had my lips done? No, I have not. I just have very, very full lips. But I wouldn't be averse to getting things done in the future if it gave me more confidence or made me feel better. So I think it's like the no judging eyes thing. If we try and not judge other people and just focus on ourselves, that is probably going to be always the best thing that we can do. Just need a quick fan, guys. It's hot in here. Moving on. What do you think of social media? And how do you cope with criticism? Oh, I kind of just answered that, didn't I? But when I started off, after I left teaching, I called myself a blogger. I think I still do on my Instagram. But now an influencer is an actual job. I think people, quite rightly so in some ways, because like I said on my Instagram, I think I said it on my Instagram story, there are always, in any kind of industry, there are going to be some goodies and there's going to be some kind of nasty people and like baddies and be dishonest. So there's always going to be those type of people. But I think probably an influencer gets a bad rep because we do collaborations with brands, but at the end of the day, it's our choice who we collaborate with, and it's almost like the audience, the followers' choice, you guys' choice, who you choose to engage with. So if you don't like what I'm saying, don't follow me. I think sometimes we don't take enough responsibility for ourselves and our own actions, and if someone is making you feel bad on the internet, don't follow them. How I cope with criticism, I do get a little bit of criticism, but the positives totally outweigh the negatives. It depends what type of criticism. A lot of the time now that I do sometimes challenge it if it's something very personal. I just want to know where it's coming from the other person and why they're saying that. So I think social media, yes, I understand why it gets slightly bad rep, but I think there's some very good people out there preaching very good things. I think because of social media, we can find out so much more free and get free information out there. But obviously, you have to sift through that information to make sure it's correct and that is the information that you believe. But yeah, I do think social media on the whole is a good thing, but obviously there's some downsides as well to social media. So this is a very, very interesting one. Would you ever go on Love Island? What's your opinion of the housemates this year? I watched Love Island once last year when Rob Lipsett went on because I know him and I was like interested. And then he didn't really get much airtime, did he? So I was like, I don't really know what's going on, so I won't watch it again. Now, I went round to someone's house and watched it one episode the other day, and I can understand why people are so into it. Now, something that I also have never told anyone on social media, and I've only told a handful of people, is that I actually have been asked a lot of times to go on Love Island and to be put forward for Love Island. And so this year, because it happened to me last year as well, so this year I agreed to go in and chat to ITV about it, and they really liked me. So I went for a talking interview to the camera, and the questions that they asked me I didn't feel comfortable with. I haven't really watched it before. I think the question that stuck into my head and I was like, I can't do this show, I can't even be put forward, was if you were in the house first and you were dating someone and then someone came in and then like got with your guy, how would you react? And I was like, I wouldn't fight for him. And I just thought, even if they wanted me to say that I would, or even something different, I thought, I don't think this is a TV show that I want to go on. I don't think it's me. I am quite shy in a way, and I also care about the reputation that I've almost like built up myself. And I know that it's only you that can portray yourself in that kind of way, but I just thought, no, this program isn't for me. Do not judge anyone who goes on it, because there's a lot of opportunities for people who are quite unknown to get in with management and brands, and I understand why people do it, gosh, don't get me wrong. And actually I know someone who is going on it in a couple of days time, so I'll probably be watching that again. Very interesting situation, so I will probably watch it in a few days time again, so I will be in the Love Island loop. We have 2 questions left and they're goodies. What person do you go to when you have a problem? I suppose it depends what kind of problem, because my mum is my go-to person, always has been. You guys know that I talk about her so much, and it just made my heart feel warm and fuzzy. She phoned me up today and she was like, I didn't know what you'd think about this, but since I've retired, I really wanted to do something and give it back, because her job was all about giving back. She worked with children and did restorative approaches for like the whole of Stockport, which was where we lived and where she lives. And she just felt like she knew that she was helping people then, and she just wants to continue to do that. So she says, I've got an interview for the Samaritans. So I was like, that is just so nice, and I always go to her because she is amazing with problems. I would say Lauren, my best friend in Dubai, we leave each other so many voice notes, and yeah, we talk to each other every single day. And also my housemate Hannah, who is literally in the room over there, and she's become such a great friend. It's nice to have a select few people around me, and those people just tell me how it is. They don't sugarcoat it. They just say if I'm doing something ridiculous, or maybe something that I've said online isn't right, because that's another thing as well, guys. I am definitely not perfect, and some of the things I go back and I'm like, I really shouldn't have said it like that. And I will always apologise if I say something that I didn't mean, or that I think, actually, no, I'm not that much of a fan of the way that I did that, and kind of that situation. So I'm not perfect. So if I make a mistake, I'm sorry, but I'm also still learning as well. Okay, last question. Are you single? The question that always comes up in these personal Q&As, and the answer is still yes. Now, there was a period of time, it was just after I moved to London, I was dating someone for like 10 weeks. And you may have seen that I went to Geneva. I went with that person. They were going on a business trip and we spent so much time together. And yeah, that person did something very, very not okay. Very, very mean, and I was really upset actually. Anxiety levels high talking about this, because I haven't done before. Now looking back, you kind of in hindsight start to piece things together. I was a bit blindsided and I didn't actually see the whole situation. And I also think in a really cheesy way that everything happens for a reason. Yes, I was dead behind the eyes, and yes, I didn't want to do my Instagram stories, and I was really sad for a whole week, but like that is what happens when you get really attached to someone and then they do something horrible. It was sad, very sad, but I think looking back, when I do really like someone, I kind of start putting my life on hold and my goals and what I want to do, because I am a natural giver. So I think everything happens for a reason, and I am happier than ever right now, a few months on from that initial sadness. I am still interested in dating. Of course I am. I do want to meet someone that makes me happy and enriches my life, because that's really important. I think someone who understands what I do as well, because that's also really important. But until then, I am pretty happy just being me and being single. So I am going to leave it there for today, guys. But I really hope you've liked this quick fire Q&A and me like literally sweating over. Till next time, guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you and I appreciate all your love and support. Love ya.